Welcome back, Anna Boys. Today we're checking out the newest episode of the Summer Hikaru Died, episode 6. How'd you feel?
I don't know. This one threw me off a little bit. We start off with him in the classroom, and I guess he had like a little story that he made, right?
No, they got that in a different class, a philosophy class.
Oh, okay.
But it pretty much explained the whole situation of what's going on.
That's going, yeah, in real life time. Yeah, okay.
Yep. And so he asked his classmates, because the story was pretty much just like, what if someone died, but they got replaced by someone else who had the exact same memories? Is that the same person, or is that a new person? You know what I'm saying?
I want to know why they still claim that it was the same person. Well, only one of them did.
I mean, in a sense, it makes sense, but like when you put it into context with what Hikaru's situation is, I wouldn't say that's the same person.
No, I don't think it is.
If he was like a regular human being, didn't have powers, but just like somehow woke up with Hikaru's memories, it'd be a little less strange. I think it'd be easier for them to be like, yeah, it's the same person. But when you put a homicidal alien mountain god in the dude,
yeah, it's not
a little different.
It's not adding up at all.
So like, I understand his confliction, but on the side of people who don't know what's going on with him, he does just seem like Hikaru.
True.
Maybe slightly weirder in
From
some
the
aspects,
outside, yeah.
But maybe they're like, oh, maybe he's just changing a little bit, right? Because people change over time anyway. He's not going to stay the same forever. So it's interesting. It's definitely very interesting, man. But this episode was a really like introspective episode for me. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this show has it has such good like framing, right? Like the way they shoot scenes that like I'd be looking for meaning in like every little like detail, right? Because there's a lot of silence in this show, I feel like.
Okay.
But that silence, it's like very thoughtful silence. I don't know how to explain it. It's like it tells me so much without telling me anything sometimes. So I feel like I start like drawing up like theories as soon as I see people look a certain way. Like anytime somebody glances at Hikaru a little strange, I'm like, does he know? You know what I'm saying? And like I feel like the cinematography of this episode was really, really good. Because like you said, it was a very like weird episode in a sense, and the pacing was a little bit slow, but at the same time, like each scene just felt really impactful to me.
Yeah, it gets you involved without
saying anything.
Yeah.
Like there's just so much tension in every scene because you're just like what is Yashiro thinking about? What is Hikaru thinking about? Especially when he be having his little moments, I'd be sitting there like, is he contemplating destroying humanity right now? Because it's such a good like mix of tension, and like the romance, oddly enough, makes the tension even scarier, if that makes sense. I think the romance gives it a horror attack because you really don't know how they gonna react based off of like small little things.
I don't know, bro. First they have their little intimate moments, and the next thing you know, they're trying to kill each other. So I don't really know. It's weird.
It's throwing me off, man.
I have no idea what is going on there. But here we are.
So like initially they come off like with this fire practice that they've been showing for the last few episodes. They're getting better at it, and I guess they got good enough that this weekend the person who's in charge, their like teacher or whatever, was like, oh, you guys can take this weekend off, y'all can chill, right? And so they're like, cool, we gotta hang out. You know what I'm saying?
Sleepover.
Yep. So they end up picking a sleepover at Hikaru's house because Hikaru got a big little house. You know what I'm saying?
My question is, how are they pulling this off? How are the Huz coming to the crib though? Like, if I invite the Huz over to my crib for spending the night
in high school,
that ain't happening.
Yeah,
that ain't.
Japan's culture different. This is crazy.
That ain't in my house.
A 2.5 man?
Nah, not happening.
Insane work. But yeah, so you know what I'm saying, that happens, and at this point, I feel like Yoshi, what's his name, bro? I'm calling him Yoshi. Yoshi, my boy, he's over here. I feel like at this point, he's kind of like made his peace a little bit with the situation with Hikaru. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna hang out with this alien dude. Yoshiki. There it is. That's what I said, Yoshi. But yeah, Yoshiki's over here like, man, it's whatever. It's a little weird still, but I'm gonna try to really get past this. Like, that's my dog, and it's better to have him than not have him, right? Even if him is weird little alien guy. But it just, from this point on, I feel like it got stranger in a way that makes so much sense, right? Because afterwards, when they're hanging out, right, the girl that I told you a few episodes ago I was like, she knows.
Yeah, your theory was correct, but I think
knows.
But I think she didn't realize fully until they talked to Yoshiki in the morning about the story thing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because he
but they
kind
of gaslit her though.
It doesn't matter though. He brought it up. He's like, "You still think this?"
No, she knew from the very beginning. That's what she said.
Oh well,
yeah. Because
I know she said he talked differently or something, and like his voice was deeper.
She
or
can
something.
hear spirits. Well, let me break it down to you, man. That's what I said. This shit got crazy, bro. This shit got crazy. Right. So as soon as they was moving into this joint, man, homegirl, the way they did this was masterful. I ain't gonna lie, because I thought homegirl had a crush on him. Because as soon as like they all chilling, you know what I'm saying, it kind of got to that point in the night. This is why your parents don't let you hang out with girls at night. You know what I'm saying? She looked at him a little bit like, honestly, we ran out of what's it called? They ran out of the lighter fluid from the lighter. So he was like, I'll go to the store. She was like, let me go with you. And I was like, what the hell? Okay, I see what's going on here. You feel me? I was over here like, this is a regular romance show. So she's over here like, yeah, we can go together. And then if they start going off, they literally just start walking in the middle of the dark type shit. And they're going to the store. She's like, oh, we should get some ice cream and shit. And then it cuts. And then it cuts from here and it goes to her childhood. And this is where she first figured out she could hear the spirits, right? Because she says to her grandma, like, oh, can you hear that? I keep hearing this banging thing, like right here. But her grandma's like, oh, I can't hear it. But, oh, I didn't know you had that ability too. Because grandma can see them. Which I feel like would be way worse. Yeah. I'd rather hear it, low-key, than see it.
Yeah, that's worse.
You know what I'm saying? And so she was just like, honestly, this is just a different world that's overlapped with our world. And end of the day, like some of the things in there are good, some of the things in there are bad. But end of the day, just stay away from all of them. Because you never know. And at that point, like a ghost literally pops up. And her homegirl that they were hanging out with, as a kid, she like was meeting them at that park. She starts running to try to like meet with her across the street, right? And a ghost walks onto the street and says, look out to her. And so she tells her friend to stop, and then a car would have crashed into her.
That was wild.
I was like, oh, that is nuts.
That was horror right there.
You know what I'm saying? Legit. Like, where's that ghost at? Y'all need him. This man, Hikaru probably ate him. Anyway, like, it looked a little bit crazy. And her grandma even explains that, like, end of the day, like, those spirits are essentially kind of like humans still, right? Because she was like, life and death is a cycle. Right, so like even when you die, your soul doesn't go anywhere. It just you die, and then your soul like leaves your body, but then you end up getting rebirthed at some point anyway. So pretty much like they have a whole reincarnation cycle in this world. Is what we learned from the grandma. And so she's like, okay, work bet. After this, she walking behind Hikaru, and she's like, "Who are you?" I was like, she's cooked.
I just know he immediately turned around, his eye turned red, and then it like cut, the screen like cut off. I was like, oh, she's dead.
And mind you, they cut back to this man Yoshiki, and he hanging out with the other dude that is in their class and the girl the girl likes other homie, but he's kind of awkward. You know what I'm saying? And so she kind of asked him like, hey, you trying to go to this, you going to the state fair type shit? He was like, nah. And then Yoshiki, I don't really care. Like, yeah.
He's a weirdo.
Yoshiki was looking at him like, man, I'm gonna go tell him to go buy some ice cream. Y'all figure this out. And so like they have their own little thing. They're normal guys. This man Yoshiki pulls up, and right when he pulls up is when Hikaru walks up to her, grabs her face, and Loki starts alien.
Yeah, he did something to her, bro.
He was about to put his alien shit on her, bro. About to kill her for real. And so he had to stop her right quick because she passed out, which understandably, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, what was you about to do? And Hikaru was like, like I was about to do that thing, but good thing I didn't. He was like, what is that thing? But he was about to kill her. Straight up. This man does not care, bro. He's an evil man. And then afterwards, this man was like, I can't believe he was about to kill her. He was like, well, like, what's the big deal? Life and death is the same shit. And then
tweaking.
Yoshi goes, what you talking about?
Tweaking, bro.
Because he promised him that he wants him to survive. And he was like, why would you say you want me to survive if you really can't even differentiate between life and death?
Yeah.
Isn't that a little crazy?
It is.
So now I'm sitting here like, now you start to see how dumb you was putting your hand in there. letting that dude put his alien all
twice,
over you.
by the way.
3 times technically, because he put it inside of him once. Pause.
Disgusting.
I just had to pause. But I guess that was the point. Either way, I'm just saying, man, he was disgusted. The man started puking. Like, yo, this is crazy, man. And it got to the point where even when homegirl woke up, she was like, yeah, like, I just knew you got possessed by something, a ghost or something. They're like, it's not as bad as what it actually is. So he was like, I think we're safe. Yoshiki's still sick, bro. He was like, whatever, man. He told her that he believed her, but I feel like the way they like framed it is like they kind of gaslit her into like not thinking what happened, which is probably for the best.